Welcome, welcome one and all. Winter Wizard here. And in this video, I'm going to be delivering the latest news and channel updates for Winter Wizard 7. Joining me today, whoever you are, and welcome to this little video of mine where I'm going to be delivering the latest news and channel updates for Winter Wizard 7. Well, it's cold and lonely here in Winter Wizard's Frozen Fortress, but it's a beautiful overcast day out there. We just had a nice cup of tea, and we're joined as always by my comrade and co-host, Norwegian Troll Dimmu, so this is going to be nice. And yes, so we're here to deliver another channel update video. We've got lots to talk about today. I've been a bit quiet recently. I want to talk about that. I want to tell you what's going on with all the different armies. I'll run through all the different armies here on the channel and tell you what's going on with them in my hobby world and content-wise on the channel. And then we've got a few new big and exciting things to talk about as well. And we'll take it from there. But yes, lots to talk about, so I'm not going to beat about the bush. We're going to dive straight into this. We're going to start by having a little look at the armies. So let's take a look at the first army on the channel, the first faction, which is of course the Drowned Plague, the Death Guard. There we go. So what have I been working on recently with them? I haven't actually been working on any new models or anything like that in my hobby life with the Drowned Plague of late, sadly. But absolutely love them as always. I've still been taking them out, playing games with them. I took part in the DZTV Southwest Showdown, which is a little event that happened at Bristol Independent Gaming, and I took the Death Guard there, and I will hold my hand up and say that they did actually come top of the tournament, which is very humbling to know. But it was quite the army that I do run. They are pretty nasty, I must admit. Death Guard do what they do, and they do it very well, and I've been playing with the Death Guard for a long time, but so I know how to use them. I know how the Drowned Plague fights pretty well. So I had a fantastic day at Southwest Showdown. I made some new friends. Big shout out to Fropone and Hofspring from the DZTV community for hosting a fabulous day. And yeah, so the Drowned Plague did there, and they took a few trophies, and we won a battle mat for first prize, which was wonderful. But yeah, but hobby-wise, nothing particularly new of late, and it goes for the same with the content on the channel as well. Nothing particularly new for the Drowned Plague at the present time. So what I would like to do, however, is there are still some models that I would like to get for my Death Guard collection. I particularly fancy one of those Lords of Virulence. You know, it's like the Lord of Contagion, but instead of an axe, he's got a big flamer. I really love that model. So I'd really like to get one of those. I'd really like to try out some lists with the Lord of Virulence and create a new character. So at some point, I'd like to get a hold of one of those. And also, channel-wise, the channel did begin with the Drowned Plague, and so, quite a while ago I did a little video called I Am a Wargamer, where I talked about some hobby goals, some goals for the channel, rather, that I wanted to achieve, and one of those goals was to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'm very happy to say that, I haven't got there yet, but I'm very happy to say that at the time of filming this video, we've just pushed over 800, so that is extremely humbling, and if you're one of the people who has subscribed, I'm hugely grateful. I just want to say a very big thank you for all your support. That really means the world to me. But so I've been thinking about what I want to do when I hit, if and when I hit the mark of 1,000 subscribers. That's going to be quite a milestone for me, and worthy of a celebration. So I've got an idea of something Drowned Plague related that I would like to do content wise on the channel for if we hit 1,000 subscribers, but shan't be telling you what that is just yet, but something in the works for them. So all quiet on the Death Guard front at the moment, but some exciting stuff potentially to come in the future. So that's the Drowned Plague, that's what's going on with them, and we'll move on to army number 2 now, who is of course Forge Phobos, the Cult of Fear, so the Adeptus Mechanicus. So Forge Phobos, hobby-wise, I have been working on some new units. I'll show you what I've got. I've been painting up some and been talking about them on the channel a few times, saying that I really wanted some. And now I've got them, and I've finally finished painting them all up. And it is some Cerberus Raiders, as you can see. Some Cerberus Raiders. So absolutely beautiful little models these are, and I've got 9 of them here in total. I'm actually running, currently my idea is to run two squads of 4, so I've got a little extra models spare there, but there we go. Absolutely love these guys. I think they're really cool, beautiful models, and really play into that sort of sneaky Forge Phobos sort of style of play as well. So so I'm really pleased to have all these finished. Let me zoom in and give you a closer look. So here we are then, my Cerberus Raiders. Like I said, just absolutely stunning models, absolutely beautiful, so cool. Really looking forward to getting these to the tabletop. I haven't actually played any games yet with Forge Phobos and the new book. Got a little bit distracted with some other things, and obviously it was taking me a while to build these, and also I recently got some extra Skitarii Rangers and had to sort of build a few extra, build some more of those, paint some more of those up just for the formations of the different squads that I wanted. I didn't quite have the exact right number or configurations of models, so I got those as well. But here we go. Really excited about the Cerberus Raiders. Really excited to get these on the table. And yeah, just absolutely stunning, really, aren't they? I have done a showcase video for these on the channel, so if you want to get some really good sort of multi-angle close-up photographs of these little dog horses here, then you can do that. And of course there's the painting series as well for Forge Phobos. If you want to know how I've painted these up, all the information, all the resources that you need to learn the colour scheme of painting Forge Phobos is in the painting series. Well, there we go. Those are my Cerberus Raiders. Absolutely thrilled to finally have some of these guys, and yeah, like I said, really can't wait to get these onto the table. So those are the Raiders. So content-wise on the channel for Forge Phobos, as I said, I recently did a showcase video for the Raiders. You can check that out. But also what I did was a proposed army list video for Forge Phobos, and this is where I've written out an army list, and I've gone through the list with you, talking about synergies and traits and units and tactics and all this sort of good stuff, and with the purpose of trying to build that force together and then to see how it works on the tabletop. So I'm happy to say now that with these done, and with the extra rangers that I talked about as well, that list is ready to go. So my next step with Forge Phobos, it's taken me a little bit of time since the book came out to do this, but I've actually got a game booked next week at my local club. So I'm going to be taking Forge Phobos out for their first fight with the new book, using that army list that you saw, that I showed you in the army list and Tactica video. So really can't wait to see how they get on and to sort of start digesting this book on the tabletop. Really excited about that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing with the list that I proposed, playing with it a few times, maybe making some changes, or just keep playing and playing. And then what I'll either do is I'll either do another proposed an army list proposal video if I really feel like I really want to rewrite the list, or if I feel like the list is pretty good and I've played with it for some time, maybe I've tweaked a couple of little things, then I'll just go straight on to doing a complete army list in Tactica video for Forge Phobos. And what that means is it's a finished list that I've finished, a finished list that I'm really happy with. I think is really well, and I think it's strong, and I think it's the best representation of how I imagine Forge Phobos to wage war. And not only that, but in the video as well, I'll bring out all the units and get them all out on the tabletop and show you what the army looks like all set up now that all the models are here together. So we've got that to look forward to. That's Forge Phobos, and again, just really having a great time with them. So that's Forge Phobos, and next up on the channel we've got the third army, which is of course the great company of Frostpaws. That's right, the Space Wolves. So let me tell you about what's going on with them. So the great company of Frostpaws, the latest piece of hobby that we've been doing with the Space Wolves is I did actually get myself I bought myself a drop pod, which I'm currently in the middle of painting up, and just a really cool model. I'm not really sure why I suddenly decided that I needed a drop pod in my life, but yeah, I just I don't know, I was just eyeing them up and I thought, well, I really fancy one of those. I really like the sort of old school Space Marine vehicles, and I feel like my Space Wolves army, the great company of Frostpaws, I don't feel like the collection would be complete without these three vehicles. And one of them is the Stormfang gunship, which I've got already. Absolutely beautiful model, I love that model so much. But I also really want a Land Raider. I really want to kit out a Land Raider, a Space Wolves Land Raider with loads of furs and pelts and trophies all over it. You know, think of a real cool name for its machine spirit. So a Stormfang gunship, a Land Raider, and the other one I thought was I really fancy a drop pod, just for the collection, you know. Just a sort of iconic unit, really. And put a few little Space Wolf trinkets and things on it here. So in maybe some larger games, like some 3,000 point games, I really like the idea of this dropping down, maybe full of blood claws, and put Floki in there as well, the Wolf Priest. Yeah, so it was quite a bit of an impulse buy, really, but really wanted it for the collection. So I've got myself a drop pod, so I'm sort of slowly in and out of sort of painting this at the moment, but we will get that done at some point. But not only that, hobby-wise, and this also goes into content on the channel, we're also painting up Ragnar Blackmane here. So let me zoom in and give you a look at how we've been getting on with Ragnar. So here's Ragnar. This is how we've been getting on with him, and Ragnar's very important to the channel because he's the model that we're using for the Painting the Frostpaws painting series. And these are the big painting series that I do, multiple episodes where I break down all the different aspects and I unveil all the secrets, all the tips and tricks of painting the colour scheme for my army. So I've done one for the Drowned Plague, I've done one for Forge Phobos, I'm still behind and haven't done one yet for the Frostpaws, but I'm working on it as we speak, and 2 episodes are already up on the channel. I get quite intimidated by the painting series because they do tend to be very long. They're not always the most sort of relaxed videos to film. You know, there's a lot of sort of, you know, you have to pay attention to what you're doing on the model, on the camera, and making sure it doesn't go out of focus, but also trying to talk and explain yourself. So they can be quite, you know, they're not the most relaxed of videos. I definitely do enjoy them, but sometimes I sort of give myself a bit of a mental hurdle about them. But I'm really pleased with how Ragnar's coming along, so we've still got loads to do, still maybe another 6 episodes. I think the next one we're going to be doing for Ragnar, I'm going to be showing you how to paint the rune stones and the gemstones, I believe. So all those lovely sort of grey runes with the glowing carved runes in them, and the gemstones, the sort of jewels and things that you see on him. I'm going to be showing you how to paint those. But yeah, still lots to do with Ragnar, but enjoying the process of slowly painting him up, and I really can't wait for that series to be complete and to be on the channel for you. So that's Ragnar Blackmane in the works, and we've got ourselves a lovely treat of a drop pod there as well. So content wise on the channel, we've got Ragnar to do. That's about it at the moment that you can expect from the Frostpaws, but other than that, just having a fantastic time playing with them on the tabletop. I've been taking them out for so many different games, having such a wonderful time playing with them. I took them to a little mini tournament at Big as well. This was a match play one. I'm not typically a tournament goer, but if it's in the sort of right place with the right people, then I tend to enjoy myself a lot. So I took the Space Wolves out there, came 12th in out of about 34, 36, I forget what the number was, but just really loving the challenge of playing an assault army. It's a really great way to improve your sort of 40k game. If you really want to take your game to the next level, I would really suggest trying to play with an assault army, because it takes a certain finesse and a certain way of thinking, a different way of thinking, and I'm absolutely loving the challenge of it, and just loving feeling like that I'm actually feeling like I'm getting better at the game, and feeling like I'm learning new things, and of course I just absolutely love the army. I love the Space Wolves, I love the characters, and I love the fact that my characters can do a deed in a game and earn a name for themselves. Absolutely love it. So there we go. So having a fantastic time taking them out for games. But speaking of games, got a wonderful treat here for you. So I was very lucky enough to go back and play another game with Mr. Winters SEO, and I took the great company of Frostpaws. Yeah, so this was absolutely hugely exciting indeed. I mean, if you know me, then you've probably seen me on Striking Scorpion a few times. I've taken the Drowned Plague and forged Phobos there. I've been on Winters SEO once before now, and I took the Drowned Plague there. But the great company of Frostpaws, they have never had a game on YouTube, so I'm so pleased that I can now say to you that there is a game on YouTube on Winters SEO. The great company of Frostpaws versus the new Codex Grey Knights, and what a fantastic game it was indeed. Shan't tell you what happened, you'll have to go and watch it to find out, but all I'll say is that I had a wonderful time. Winters is a wonderful, wonderful gentleman, and it was a glorious fight. So that battle report, you could find it on my channel. If you look at the Frostpaws section of the YouTube channel and you find the playlist that says featured battle reports, you'll find it in there. I'm going to stick it in there. But also you can just head straight over to Winters SEO and find the video there. Space Wolves versus Grey Knights. And drop a comment on the video, say hello to Winters, tell him Winter Wizard sent you, and let him know that you're keeping things frosty. So really will hope that you'll go and watch that and enjoy the game if you do. So that's the great company of Frostpaws. We're going to move on now and take a look at the fourth and final army on the channel, who is of course Khepri Dynasty, the Necrons. So in the last channel update video I did, I believe I brought out my entire collection of Necrons so far. It's roughly around about 700 and something odd points. Having a fantastic time collecting the Necrons, having a wonderful time painting them. But I am really sorry to say that I haven't worked on anything recently for them. I'm going to talk about this a bit more in a moment, but I'm a bit behind on some hobby stuff, and it saddens me to say that I haven't worked on anything Necron, anything Khepri Dynasty for some time now. They're still sort of, many of them are still sleeping in the tombs, still staying dormant, but as always, my love for them is still there, and it's not going to go away, I can assure you. Just been very busy, but I'm looking forward to getting back onto progressing with the Khepri Dynasty. I need to make that 2,000 point list by the time of March next year, one army a year, and I'm intending to stick to that for the time being anyway. So next year we're going to be needing to see a new army, and I need to make sure that I've got 2,000 points of Necrons, 2,000 points of Khepri Dynasty ready before then. So nothing new hobby-wise, sadly, for the Necrons. I'm going to be working on some more warriors and some more scarabs, build those up and try and get to a 1,000 point list that I'm really happy with and that I really want to play with. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to be getting Forge Phobos to the table again, playing some more games with them, and then once I've got round to it, once I've cleaned up a few other things on my to-do list, I'm going to be getting back on with the Necrons, building them up to a 1,000 point list and getting them some proper games as well. So yeah, absolutely really excited to get back on with them. Content-wise on the channel, all you can really expect from Khepri Dynasty at the moment is more showcase videos as I'm progressing through building some units, and once we've got a bit more free time and the army's coming together a bit more, we'll think about doing some list proposal videos, things like that. And once we've done the Space Wolves, painting the Frostpaws, once we've done the Space Wolves painting series, I'll be looking at doing a painting series for Khepri Dynasty as well. And I've already chosen which model I'm going to be painting. Shan't tell you what it is yet. You'll probably be able to guess, but I don't have the model yet. So I've decided what model I'm going to use for the painting series, so we've got that to look forward to as well. But at the moment in time, Necrons are keeping quiet, but I haven't forgotten about them, don't you worry. But that's Khepri Dynasty, that's all the armies on the channel. So I am trying to give all the armies as much sort of love and attention as I can, but that is proving to get a little bit trickier the more of them that we get together. But yeah, I love them all for different reasons. I love them all for different reasons. I don't really have a favourite. I sort of favour them all in different ways and in different reasons. But really like to know who your favourite army is actually. If you've got a favourite, if you had to cast your allegiance to the Drowned Plague, Forge Phobos, the Great Company of Frostpaws, or Khepri Dynasty, where would your allegiances lie? So let me know that down in the comments below. But there we go, those are the 4 armies, those are the 4 factions on the channel so far. But now in this video we've got lots of other little bits to talk about, so we're gonna jump straight on with that. So content-wise on the channel, things have been a little bit quiet of late. I haven't been able to punch out as many videos as I quite would have liked to. So I do apologise for that, but I need to, I'm trying to remind myself also that this has to be a hobby at the end of the day, you know, and if, you know, and I'm making sure that I don't take on any extra stress than I need to, just by, you know, this is a hobby, it's supposed to be fun, I'm supposed to be enjoying myself, and I am. I'm absolutely loving the hobby, always am. But I have had quite a few things going on in personal life. A few changes have been happening. Some not so nice, others rather good actually. So I am doing my best to ensure that content is always coming out, but sometimes I do fall a little bit short, and I do maybe not quite get as much out as I would like. But like I said, I'm trying to remind myself that this is a hobby, and shouldn't be taking on any extra stress, and that goes for all of you out there. If you're finding that you shouldn't, this is a hobby, you shouldn't be, don't let it stress you out. You should be doing it for fun, you know. Well, a little bit of stress in the hobby isn't necessarily a bad thing, you know. Give yourself a few deadlines to get some stuff done. Never hurts anybody, but yeah, never beat yourself up about it. So anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic, and I don't want to turn into, don't want to make this a little preachy or anything like that, but yeah, so I just wanted you all to know that, you know, I'm still loving the channel, still loving doing what I'm doing, and really looking forward to being able to get some more videos out. But it's just been a little bit up in the air and a little bit tricky for me of late. So not to bring the mood down, but just wanted to let you know that. And also so what I'm saying is, this is down to a few different changes that have been made, and some of them have been not so nice and others have been very positive indeed. So I want to talk to you about one of those positive changes right now, so let's focus on that. So one of those positive changes, well, and this has also affected my ability to get the content out, because I've been very, very busy. And the reason why I've been so busy is because, well, I've just got a new job. And some of you watching the channel, you might have, if you know me personally, then you'll already know this. But for those of you who don't, I wanted you to hear it from me first, and that is that I have been employed at Bristol Independent Gaming. So yes, Bristol Independent Gaming, or BIG, as you've probably heard me mention it many times on this channel. Ever since I started making videos, I was always putting, you know, check out BIG at the end of my credits, and I always have done. And the reason for that is because it's a very, very important place to me. It's a place where I go to game. It's a club. It's where I buy all my plastic crack, and it's a very important place to me. And I absolutely love the club. I love the people that go there. I love the setup there. Jim and Ellen, the people who run it, I love them to bits. They've become very dear friends. And yeah, so of late, Jim and Ellen have decided that they needed to employ another member of staff, and I was very, very fortunate to be approached by them, and they asked me if I would like the job. And there we go then, so now I am currently employed at Bristol Independent Gaming. So what does that mean for the channel? Well, nothing at all really. It doesn't really mean anything at all, but I thought it was important that I let people know that, as I'm going to be spending a lot of time there, and I have done a couple of videos where to help them out. Like, I did a video to help them promote their Just Giving campaign that they're running to fund disabled access and toilet in the new club location that we're moving to. So so at the time of filming that video, I was currently employed at BIG, working 1 day a week just to see how things went. This is why I wasn't really shouting about it or letting anybody know. But recently I have been officially taken on at 5 days a week, so it is now my full-time job, working at Bristol Independent Gaming. So now that that's official, that's the case, I really wanted to let you all know. And yeah, so nothing else really to say on the matter, really. Just absolutely over the moon to be working within the hobby. It's I was a little bit concerned that maybe my appetite or my fatigue for the hobby would get a little bit run down, you know, working around it and surrounded by it all the day. But to tell you the truth, when I spent all day working in the shop, selling Warhammer and selling loads of other gaming systems as well to people, Surrounded by temptation all day. All I want to do when I come back to the Frozen Fortress is just to paint and play. Like, I'm buzzing. So I'm having a watch. So this has been a really positive change for me in my personal life, and I'm really thrilled just really thrilled. So, well, that's it really. I won't keep rambling on about it. If you'd like to come down, if you'd like your chance to meet me or to have a game with me, then come on down to Bristol Independent Gaming. Join the community there. There's many fantastic people there who play games all the time of all different kinds of systems, whether it's 40k or otherwise. You'll always be able to find a game there, and who knows, you'll bump into me perhaps, and if maybe even you and I could have a game one day. So. But there we go. So it's a fantastic club, fantastic community. Visit their web store if you want to support them further, or just come on down for a visit. So hope to see you there. So adjusting to the new job, adjusting to a new routine has been a little bit weird, and it's taken me a little bit to adjust to, which is why some of the, it's messed up my sort of normal sort of weekly schedule a little bit. So that's one of the reasons why videos haven't been coming out quite as often as I would like, but also working at Big has introduced me to some other gaming systems, and just a little disclaimer, I want this don't panic, this channel is always going to be first and foremost a Warhammer 40k channel. So this channel is me sharing my Warhammer 40k hobby world to you, but with the new job, I just thought could be a little bit of fun in this video as a little one-off, just to show you what else has been keeping me distracted. So I apologise if you're really not interested in this. If you want to keep things simply 40k only, then I'm going to put a timestamp in this video and you can skip ahead, and we'll carry on with the channel update as normal. But if you are a little bit interested to see what else, what other gaming systems have piqued my interest and have been keeping me a little bit busy, then keep watching and I'll show you. So my interest has been caught by Black Seas, which is a Warlord game. So Warlord are a fantastic company, and they make some really cool games and some really beautiful models and stuff. And Black Seas is a Napoleonic sort of Black Powder era, so Age of Sail era, and this is a part of history that I'm really interested in, that I really love. So just this is a really cool game. Pretty basic, pretty simple. I believe, simple, but with plenty of depth to it as well, and just a really great little game. So I'm enjoying sort of getting into this, and I've painted up some models for it. Couple of little fleets so far. Got a French one here. Vive la France! There we are. This is a frigate, and a couple of little brigs there. There we are. Painting up some of those, and the British as well, the British Navy. There we are, some little ships. And there we go, brig, 2 brigs and a frigate for the British as well. So I'm having had a really fun time. It was so refreshing just to paint something totally different, to model something totally different, and I did all the, well, let me zoom in and give you a little look at this. But yeah, it was really refreshing just to paint something totally different, to model something totally different, and it could be a really great way to sort of, if you're a bit fatigued by whatever army it is you're painting, find something totally different to do, just a little side project, and it can really sort of you'll have a great time doing it. Really sort of re-spark your reignite your little spark for the hobby, and get you back on track to painting your main projects and stuff. But I had a wonderful time painting these little things. I think they're absolutely beautiful little models. So and all the sails and all the flags and stuff, they come separate. You have to sort of cut them and glue them on and stuff, and all the all the rigging and stuff, which is a thread that you have to thread with a and that was pretty time consuming, pretty fiddly, but I really enjoyed doing it. I found it quite therapeutic actually. These netting as well. So yeah, some really beautiful little models these are. If you fancy doing something totally different, if you like this sort of era of history, or the romantic side of it all anyway, as well. Just a really cool little thing. So yeah, had a really cool time with these little Black Sea ships, and enjoying playing some games of Black Seas. So I've enjoyed getting into Black Seas, and not only that, I picked up another gaming system as well, something totally different again, and this is Saga. So Saga is a really fascinating little game. I got introduced to this, and it comes with a, you got your basic rule book, not very thick at all, but then you've got all your different ages that you can play in. So there's Age of Vikings, Age of Crusades, Age of Hannibal, Age of Magic as well if you want your fantasy world. And it's a really, really cool game system. Really, really fascinating indeed. Works with these battle boards and a set of unique dice which you roll up, and you sort of plan out your turns and then play with all these different factions and stuff. And yeah, it's just a really, really cool little game. So I've got myself a couple of Sagas things here. So what I'm really interested to do is actually because there's loads, to tell you the truth, there's loads of Age of Sigmar models that I really, really love. And I'm always trying to think of ways that I can incorporate them into 40k. But the beauty of the game Saga is the fact that the models, it's model agnostic, meaning that you can basically use with a couple of guidelines, you can use whatever models you like, essentially, and then they give you a variety of different rules, and then you basically try and find the rules which best suit your force. I'm talking more Age of Magic here. Vikings, it is sort of historical, but it's kind of sort of loosely historical. It's more like colour and flavour than being very rigid in a historical aspect. But Age of Magic, you can create all your different armies and stuff, and then find rules that really suit them. It's just, and the forces they're probably anywhere between 20 to 50 models. So really small little forces. If you fancied something totally different, but you didn't want to commit to a big game system, or to a new little thing, or maybe you're not that bothered about some of the other Games Workshop stuff. And I certainly am bothered about the Games Workshop stuff, but I really like the idea of finding something totally different to play as well. So Saga was a really refreshing find for me, and I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. Beautiful little game. And so currently I'm painting up a sort of Viking themed. Maybe some of the historical players out there won't be too impressed by this, but kind of a Viking themed Norse worshipping warband of all women, the Daughters of Hell, I'm calling them, worshippers of the Norse god Hel more than anything else. They're not finished yet. Let me zoom in and show you these. Well, there we are then. So the Daughters of Hel, they're nowhere near finished yet, but I'm painting up some sort of Viking Norse themed warriors, essentially, using games of Age of Vikings, but also, and the beauty of it is that I could build a force to use in Age of Vikings, and then with a few extra different bits and bobs I could use them in Age of Magic as well. So yeah, just having a really awesome time painting up this sort of Norse Viking style horde here, and really enjoying a new gaming system as well. So there we go. Like I said, nowhere near finished. I might redo the banner and stuff, but just having a great time trying out some other things. But there we are then. So just thought it would be a nice little bit of a fun as a one-off little chance, just to show you some other things that I'm interested in. If you care to know, just a few little other things that have keeping the hobby alive for me. That I've been really enjoying. Some really nice little distractions from 40k, of course. But having a wonderful time with them anyway. So there we go. I hope that was of a little bit of interest to you, and maybe some of these games will spark your interest as well. But we're going to get back to the channel update and get back to talking about what we're here for, which is Warhammer 40k. So to wrap this channel update up, I appreciate it's been a little bit more of a sort of personal life nature, and that's not something that I particularly want to do with the update. I felt that it was a little bit important today, just to let you know, just to shed some light on a few things and announce a few stuff, and to let you know that I'm still loving the hobby, still loving the channel. Things have been a little bit slower than I would have liked, but I'm working on getting things back up to speed. So if you've been patient, if you've been waiting for stuff, I just want to say thank you ever so much. It really means the world to me. So to wrap up and plans going forward, we've got some stuff to catch up on. I want to get Forge Phobos to the tabletop, and enjoy playing some games with them. I want to get Ragnar painted. I'm going to be working on painting the Frostpaws series, so I can put that to bed and then move on and work onto Khepri Dynasty painting series as well. Got more units to wake up for Khepri. It does hurt my feelings slightly that I haven't painted anything for them in quite some time. Other than that, if we end up hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark, I've got something very nice for the Drowned Plague planned for you all. Of course, don't forget to go and see the Frostpaws in action over on Winters SEO. See them take on the new Codex Grey Knights, and a glorious fight indeed it was. But other than that, nothing else to report. Oh, well, actually, one small little thing, which is... shouldn't really be saying much about it, but something to look out for in the future, hopefully. Something I'm working on, and I won't tell you what it is, but I'll give you 2 words, and just so you can say that you heard them here first. And those 2 words are Winter Madness. There we go, and that's all I'll say. So a little bit of a teaser there for you, but there we go. And so if you've enjoyed the video today, then a like and a comment would be very, very much appreciated. And of course, if you'd like to see more of what goes on here inside the Frozen Fortress, then perhaps you'll also consider becoming a subscriber. And once again, whoever you are, thank you very, very much for joining me today. I'm Winter Wizard. That's Dimmu, and for now, keep it frosty.